Day 32 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're at day 32, first day of the month. We're starting a new month. It's June 5th. We started on May 5th. We just finished the month. Oh, excuse me. It's June 6th. No, yeah, it's June 5th. I believe the channel started on May 5th, so we're officially a month in. Guys, go ahead, pat yourselves on the back if you made it this far. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to run those subscriptions up. Matter of fact, this is what I need you to do. Take your mouse, drag it over here in this little corner right here. Should be a watermark right here. Click that subscribe button and then go ahead and drop a bank emoji in the comments so we could run that engagement up and we could keep bringing you this good, swift content that seems so hard to find when it comes to LeetCode. So let's see what question we have here today. Today we have question number 1493, longest subarrays of ones after deleting one element. Difficulty level is medium, but we're not going to let that deter us. We're going to get it. We're going to get through it anyway, and we're going to keep the solution simple and easy as possible, guys. Remember, we have started the LeetCode 75. We're in the middle of our LeetCode 75 journey, so just keep paying attention and keep up the good work. So let's see what the question says. It says, given a binary array nums, you should delete one element from it. Return the size of the longest non-empty subarray containing only ones in the resulting array. Return 0 if there's no such subarray. Okay, so let's look at example 1 so we can see what they're talking about. It says input nums equals an array of integers, which is 1, 1, 0, 1. Output is 3. The explanation says after deleting the number in position 2, 1, 1, 1 contains 3 numbers with the value of 1s. Okay, so in this question, we can only delete 1 0. I believe in one of the last questions we did, it was a similar question, but we were able to delete multiple zeros or k zeros. In this question, we can only delete 1 0, and the goal is to create the maximum subarray, that longest subarray that we can create with only ones after we delete a 0. So in this case, the output will be 3 because we delete this 0 and then we have 3 ones left. So the output is 3 because that would be the maximum length that we could go with this array that we have right here in example 1. So let's look at example 2 which has a little bit more ones, a little bit more zeros, and it's a little longer. So it might be harder to understand for some people. So let's see. This in example 2, it says input nums equals an array of integers 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. The output is 5. Explanation: after deleting the number in position 4, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, that is the longest subarray with values of ones being 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So in this array right here, in example 2, we're trying to create the longest subarray of all ones, right? So in this example, that means we will remove this 0 right here, which is at index number, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It says right here, which is at index number 4. So we remove the 0 from index number 4, and then that lets us have 5 zeros in a row. So now if we remove this 0 right here, then it will look like this, which will be 5 zeros in a row. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what we want, because if we remove this 0, then that would only give us 3 ones. If we remove this 0, it wouldn't really change anything. But if we remove this 0, that'll give us 5, and that's more than 3, so that's the one we want. And that's why the output is 5. So let's look one more time and let's see. Input nums equals an array of integers 1, 1, 1. The output is 2. Explanation: you must delete one element. So you have to delete one element either way, and that means one of these ones, something in this array has to be deleted. Even though it's all ones, the array is already all ones, we still have to delete one element. And if we do that, we'll delete any one of these ones, and it'll leave us with 2 1's, which will leave us with 2 elements in the array, which is why the output is 2. So let's see how we're going to code that. The code it's not that long. It's not that long. It shouldn't be that difficult to understand. I'm going to try to make it as easy to understand as possible. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to say declare variable called start, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to declare another variable called end, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to declare another variable. We're going to call that max size, and you guessed it, we're going to set that equal to 0 as well. And then we're going to declare one more variable, and we're going to call that index of 0 dropped, and we're going to set that equal to -1. Right? So now we have all our variables. And so now it's time to figure out how we're going to loop this array through this array. And in order to do that, we're going to use a while statement, and we're going to say while end is less than nums.count if nums end is equal to 0. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say if index of 0 dropped is not equal to -1, then we're going to say max size is equal to max size, comma, end through start minus 1. End minus start minus 1. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say start equals index of 0 dropped plus 1. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to reset index of 0 dropped back to -1, right? So then after we take, -1. Then after we take care of that, we're going to come down here and we're going to say else index of 0 dropped is equal to end, and we're going to increment end by saying end plus equals 1. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to come down right here, and we're going to say end plus equals 1. So what this is doing, in case you guys are confused, this right here is this is for this first if statement right here. So just in case you're wondering why there's 2 end plus equals 1 right after each other, this right here is for the first if statement, and then this so this else is if this is true, we're going to do all this. Else, we're just going to do n plus n. We're just going to increment n by saying n plus equals 1. Then we're going to come down here and we are going to say return max size, comma, end minus start minus 1. And what that is going to do is that's our sliding loop. That's our sliding window right here. So we're just going to move our window down. So let's run it and see what happens. Okay, let's see what it says. Cannot find in scope. That means there's a typo somewhere. Oh, see, forgot to put 0. Index of 0 dropped. Let's run it again. And it's accepted, guys. So let's submit it. See what we get. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ooh, 109 milliseconds beats 77.78 users of Swift. Ooh, that's not bad. I like that. I like that. So until tomorrow, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Another day, another LeetCode problem. Don't worry, I'll be here. I hope you guys are too. Till then, see you then.